We're joining with European allies to find and seize their yachts, their luxury apartments, their private jets. We're coming for you, ill-begotten gains.
Over in Hamburg, Germany lays a super yacht. But not just any super yacht. A 500-foot super yacht called the Dilbar, outfitted with 2 helipads and an 80-foot indoor swimming pool. It is the biggest super yacht in the world in terms of interior volume. It can carry up to 36 guests and is estimated to be worth around $600 to $750 million, according to the US Treasury. Almost $1 billion for a yacht. The owner? Russian billionaire business magnate Alisher Usmanov, who has an estimated net worth of $20 billion. He made his money in metal and mining. Unfortunately for Usmanov, the US Treasury designated his yacht and his private jets as blocked property. And since it's blocked property, Usmanov can't pay his crew or his docking fees in US dollars. The EU also sanctioned Usmanov. All this meant that it made it impossible for Usmanov to pay his 80 crew members their wages. So the crew was fired and the yacht remains in the dock to rot. Usmanov called these sanctions unfair and defamatory. Customs officers made their way down to South France's beautiful coast, to a port called La Ciotat. South France is a popular playground for the wealthy and powerful from all over, including Russia. And at this port lied the majestic 280-foot super yacht called the Amore Vero, or True Love in Italian. It's built by a company called Ocean Co. in the Netherlands. It carries up to 14 guests, has a master cabin, 2 VIP cabins, 3 double cabins, and a twin cabin. It ranks 131st in the largest super yachts in the world. And it likely belongs to a man named Igor Sechin, the CEO of a Russian oil giant called Rosneft, whose stock is down almost 50% since the start of the invasion of Ukraine. The customs officers found out that the yacht's captain was ordered to set sail to Turkey as soon as possible, without completing repairs it had scheduled for April. So they prevented it from setting sail, and they seized it, forcing the captain and the crew to remain on board. No crime was committed, no warrants. The only justification was that Igor Sechin was the subject of EU sanctions. After the seizure, the French politician in charge of the Ministry of Public Action and Accounts proceeded to brag about the operation on Twitter. Over in Italy, Italian officials were on their own shopping spree. This is Lady M, worth around 65 million euros and apparently belongs to Alexei Mordashov, who's behind the Russian steel conglomerate Severstal. It was seized in the port of Imperia in northwestern Italy. In another nearby port, another yacht named Lena was seized, owned by the Russian billionaire Gennady Timchenko, who's behind the investment firm Volga Group. Vladimir Solov also met the same fates, except it was his Italian villas on Lake Como, worth around 8 million euros and near George Clooney's properties there. In response to his villas getting seized, he said, quote, "I bought it, paid crazy amounts of taxes, and suddenly someone makes a decision that this journalist is now on the list of sanctions." Solov is a talking head on Russian state TV, far from the most unbiased news source out there, but I doubt he has any control over what Putin does. In total, Italy impounded assets, totaling around $150 million overnight. Even Americans are getting greedy. The Manhattan borough president wants to seize the apartments of Russian billionaires in Manhattan without any due process whatsoever. Quote, "Time for these properties to be seized," end quote. A Texas congressman wants to seize their yachts, and the Department of Justice announced a new task force called Klepto Capture to take their money. All of this is being done in the name of putting pressure on Russian oligarchs that apparently sway Putin. But according to some of my trusted Russian sources that are actually connected to these oligarchs don't hold that sort of power over Putin anymore, because there's no extra room at the top for Putin. The unspoken relationship between Putin and the oligarchs is more of a "you stay out of my politics, and I won't imprison you and shut down your business." The oligarchs were apparently as surprised by the invasion of Ukraine as you and I were.